Hello and welcome to the BNz World Report. I am your host, Angela Ray, where we will discuss global topics and events from around the world. Our first story comes to us from CNN.com. Tom Joyner gets justice for electrocuted kin 94 years later. And of course, many people know Tom Joyner from his nationally syndicated radio show, the Tom Joyner Morning Show. Well, nearly 100 years have passed since his great uncles, Thomas Griffin and Minx Griffin, were electrocuted in South Carolina. But on last week, a board voted 7-0 to pardon the men for the killing of a killing that happened in 1913, of a veteran in the Confederate Army. Now, this marks the first time in the history of South Carolina that they've issued a pardon after the death of someone in a capital murder case. Now, Joyner made the trip to Columbia, South Carolina with his wife, his sons, nieces, and nephews. And when the announcement came down, they were all very ecstatic. So how did Joyner find out about these relatives who were executed? Well, good question. Last year, when Henry Louis Gates produced the program African American Lives Part 2 as a part of a PBS special, Joyner learned of his heritage and also learned about his uncles. And again, this story comes to us from CNN.com. Our next story comes to us from HeraldReview.com, and it reads, the White House celebrates Hispanic musical heritage. Of course, we know that this is October, Hispanic Heritage Month, and the White House had a celebration. Musical acts and special guests to this performance included Gloria Estefan, George Lopez, along with several other nationally known names. So this particular music series was a part of an ongoing series that First Lady Michelle Obama has organized coming to the White House. The next series is scheduled for November the 4th, and it will feature classical music. Now, this Fiesta Latino, like I said earlier, featured a lot of nationally known names, hosted by Jimmy Smits, Eva Longoria Parker, and George Lopez, who all even joke that Mr. Obama is actually Latino, but he doesn't know it. I don't know how his parents would feel about that one. But other notables who attended the concert included Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor, the first Hispanic to sit on the High Court. The concert that happened last week was also televised on both PBS and Telemundo. All right, our next story comes to us from naturalnews.com. I mentioned that October was Hispanic Heritage Month. Well, it is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And the story featured on the website lets us know that vitamin D is a nutritional key in the prevention of breast cancer. So we've been hearing a lot about vitamin D and how it helps prevent all types of cancer for years. But now there's even talk that vitamin D can not only help prevent breast cancer, but also help to reverse it. And ironically, the website asked the question why the medical community refuses to kind of really push vitamin D as a way to help treat and both prevent breast cancer. There's evidence, according to this story on the website, that older women who skip on foods high in vitamin D actually increase their risk of breast cancer. Now, if you'd like to find out more about foods and sources of vitamin D, things that you can do as a woman to help make sure that you're healthy and reduce your risk of breast cancer, please be sure to visit the website naturalnews.com. And finally, just want to let you know that the greatest church service ever is coming to Durham, North Carolina, to the historic Hayti Heritage Center. It's coming in the form of poetry. So spoken word artists will join forces to come together for this greatest church service ever. Who are some of the poets who are scheduled to be on program? Well, it's presented by Soul Redemption Inc. and its founder, poet Tim Jackson. It will also include poets Woman Storm, known for hosting the Greensboro livest open mic ever, The Collective. Also, the National Underground Spoken Word Poetry Awards founders 13 and Kaniki J of Washington, D.C., and the Bull City Slam founder Dasan Ahanu. Again, that is the greatest church service ever. It takes place at the historic Hayti Heritage Center in Durham, North Carolina. And for more information on that, you can visit their website at hayti.org. That's HAYTI.org. And that's it for this week's BNz World Report. For more news that you can use 24 hours a day, please be sure to visit our website at brandnews.com. Make it a great week. Jay, can you believe after 94 years, Tom Joyner gets a pardon for his relatives?